So if you want to know how to make a hole in a wall or say a pipe in your Roblox game, in this episode I'm going to teach you how to create a hole in Roblox Studio. I'll choose to open a classic base plate, or you can choose to use other different templates. Once you have opened up Roblox Studio, your first step is to go ahead and open the toolbox to add a basic block into your workspace. After the block has been placed, you can then use the scale tool to easily adjust its dimensions and scale up the block to whatever size you might need for your project. Okay, now it looks like a wall. See? Super simple. Maybe change the material a bit and pick one that looks more like a real wall. For example, like this. I can change the color. Maybe it should be about this color. Changing the color makes it look more like a real wall, right? Now, our goal is to make a hole in this wall. We might need to make it a bit bigger. Alright, so now let's try adding a three-dimensional cylinder to our scene, which is essentially just a tall round column shape. This will help us build out the structure even further. After that, we can carefully move this small cylinder right over here to this new spot. Alright, the next step in our 3D modeling process is to go ahead and add a brand new cylinder object into our current workspace so that we can begin shaping it into the specific form we need for this project. Now, what I'm planning to do next is take this cylinder and use it to create a precise opening right through this wall. To get started with that, the first thing I need to do is rotate it into the correct position. Alright, now I can see that together with the wall, it forms a horizontal situation. Okay, what I need to do now is... At the top menu, I can select this option called Model. Then, for this specific 3D cylinder shape, there's a very useful option available called Negate, which allows you to subtract it from other parts of your model. When you also choose to do this operation, you'll notice that in our Explorer, it will show a situation where one part is negated. And you'll also see that one part has changed to another color. Of course, I can try to make it a bit bigger. Make it longer and a little bit wider. Okay, just a little lighter. Okay. Alright, now, something magical is about to happen. We're going to take this part and actually make it go through this wall. Just press down and you'll see it. Now it's going through this wall. Of course, we can move it a bit more, just a little in the middle, and you should see that it's about to go through this wall. Okay, of course you can also make it a bit wider and longer. It's clearer now, and you can see this cylinder here. Right now it's going through this wall, isn't it? Okay, so next what you need to do is select both this wall and this cylinder at the same time. That means you select both of them, select them, and then in this menu under Model, there's a button called Union. When I click on Union, you'll notice that it creates a hole here, right in the wall. Okay, can you see that a hole has been made? That's because earlier I combined the two parts. A lay gauge part and a wall have now been merged together using Union. You might ask, hey, why did the material disappear? Well, I can just reselect the material. Yeah, just select the theater I picked earlier, and basically, that's it. Mission accomplished. If you want the hole to be bigger, you can just take that gauge part from before and... If you want to separate them again, there's a function called Separate. Once you do that, you'll see that the part from before will be split off. And I can also take this luggage park part. Then I can scale it up a bit. Just scale the luggage park part up a little. Alright, that's good. Okay. Then when you scale it up again And once I select both parts and combine them, you'll notice the hole gets much bigger. Of course, remember to select the corresponding material. That's it, we've successfully added a hole to the side of a wall. Okay, I hope this episode's tutorial has taught you how to do this in Roblox Studio, or even create an entire pipe channel. Remember, if you find this tutorial helpful, you can subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends. See you next time.